Unsolicited genius.
All right, so back from break, what in the sports? So, Uncle Mo, you followed your 49ers in the playoffs. You went to every game, right?
I went to every playoff game that my
Every
49ers.
playoff game that the 49ers were in. I'm so sorry that you all are not in the Super Bowl. I won't tell you who I picked for the game, but my heart
Picked
was
the
with you.
Rams.
My heart was with you and your family. So, starting with, I guess it was the Dallas game. Tell us about your NFL playoff experience.
Uh, you know, um, I'll say this, man. Uh, let me start off here. It's a blessed life. It's a blessed life. It is, man. To be able to even be in a position to be able to do something like this. This was like a dream, you know.
Mm-hmm.
To go to Dallas with my wife, who's a Cowboys fan, and watch us beat that ass was very pleasurable. Uh,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I loved every minute of it. Um, the second game I went to though was a lifelong dream of mine. I've always dreamed of watching my team play in Lambeau Field in a meaningful game.
In the cold.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, man. Like I didn't want to go to Lambeau when it was hot or the sun was out. No, I wanted to be there when it was the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. And that's exactly what I was. It started snow. When it started snowing, the Green Bay fans looked at me and like, I bet you can't handle it. I said, I dreamed for this. I prayed for this. That's exactly what I wanted. And I got great joy out of watching us beat Aaron Rodgers. He just can't beat us in the playoffs. For him to be 0-4 against us, I got great joy in seeing how sad the Packers fans were. I was warm. I put on layers, Carlton. I'm talking about layers. Long john, t-shirt, thin long sleeve, thin hoodie, thick hoodie, jersey, wool coat, 2 gloves, warmers in the gloves, warmers on my toes, 2 socks, 3 pants. And was it cold? Yeah, but when we won, it felt like I was in Jamaica in the summer on the beach, loving life. Shout out to the Packers fans, though, man. The majority of them were cool. It was very interesting to be in such a small town that was so football centric. Mm-hmm. Truly a dream. I'm not going to say his name, but shout out to one of our frat brothers who made this possible for me. I went to the Dallas game with my wife and my son. I went to the Green Bay game solo. My wife was not doing that cold. There's no way I was putting my son into that cold. And then the last game, I took my son and my wife, and we went to LA, and I watched my 49ers break my heart. But man, Carlton, I made some memories that'll last me a lifetime. So I don't regret 1 minute of it. The heartache is what makes life good, man. As a sports fan.
How was the LA experience?
I mean, it was mostly 49ers fans in there. So
yeah.
I'd say the stadium was probably 60-40 49ers fans. We just weren't the better team. Our lack of quarterback finally caught up to us, and that killed us really. I'll never forget it. For those of you that watched the game, I'll never forget Tart dropping that interception, man. That'll live with me till.
Did that do it? Was that the deal breaker?
There's 2 instances in the game that I think cost us. One of them was after the Rams scored to make it 17. They scored to get to 14. We were still up 17-14. We drove down pretty quickly into their side of the field, and we had a 2nd and 1, and we weren't able to convert that 2nd and 1. We weren't able to turn that into a first down. I thought that was crushing. And then they got the ball back, and Matthew Stafford threw a punt pass to us. I'm talking about in the stadium. I saw the interception. Like, I started celebrating before he even caught the ball, Carlton.
So you jinxed him.
Somebody had to tap me to let me know he dropped the ball. I didn't even know he dropped it until they made me aware from it. Then to see it on replay, it's just, do I think that cost us the game? No, there was still plenty of time, but I feel if he makes the interception at minimum, we're probably in overtime at minimum.
Fair. That's fair.
It just,
that's fair.
that's just, it's, especially when you consider what happened the next play. The next play, he hits Beckham for a 30-yard pass, and they get a personal foul for a helmet to helmet. So we go from we go from not getting the ball to them gaining 45 yards. So those are the soul crushing, momentum swinging plays that cost teams a football game. And when you have a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, you can't have that. You just can't have that. So it was heartbreaking, but to me, and I'll tell anybody this, that's the beauty of being a fan of one team. Carlton's been a fan of the Giants his whole life. I've been a fan of the 49ers my whole life. The 49ers have broken my heart in the past 2 Super Bowls. They broke my heart in this NFC championship game. But I hold faith that one day we will break through and get this 6th Super Bowl, and it will be so sweet, America. It will be so sweet. And all that heartache will go away. So
for a little while. It is.
If any of you out there
lovely feeling
ever get a chance to follow your team as they go on a playoff run, I would recommend you do it. It was a spectacular feeling of highs and lows, heart attacks, and recovering from the heart attacks. I'm still exhausted. I did it, 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, because today's Thursday and the game was Sunday.
Sunday, yep. Yeah. So 3 weeks in a row, I was definitely traveling, and we fell short, but that's life. You got to pick yourself up, and
that is life.
Try again.
That is life. All right. So then, if you're able to discuss it, we got the Rams versus the Bengals in the Super Bowl. So do you know who you picking? What are your thoughts on the game?
I mean, I know who I'm going for. I'm going for the damn Bengals. I can't stand the Rams.
The Bengals.
Okay. And I love my man, Joe Burrow, man. Joe Burrow, Black Lives Matter. Joe Burrow came out with it in LSU. He didn't give us no all lives matter. He just came out with it. Something special about that dude. Dude. You just watch him. He's just one of those guys, man, that gives a lot of confidence to his teammates. They really believe they're gonna win this game.
He believes.
Because we got Joe Burrow, but his teammates believe. We're down 21-3 against Kansas City. We're good. We're on the road against Mahomes. We got Joe Burrow. We could get back into this. Shit, I believe in Joe Burrow. There's a swag that Joe Burrow has that you seldom see from quarterbacks, man. And I really think Cincinnati could win this football game, man.
I know.
I really think
Cincinnati
could win this football game. If you asked me to put money on it, I'd probably go with the Rams, because the worry for me in the game for the Bengals is we've seen Cincinnati's O-line just get demolished, and they're about to take on Von Miller and Aaron Donald. So, that would be my concern. But if they can figure out a way to keep Joe Burrow upright, I have no doubt he could carve up the Rams defense.
The O-line, the Chiefs aren't the Rams. But they do have the ability to put pressure on the quarterback. And the Chiefs, the Bengals O-line held up in terms of pass protection, and they were able to run the ball too. So the Rams aren't the Chiefs. They got, like you say, Von Miller and Superman, the most superest man that I've seen.
The greatest D tackle of all time.
Yeah, Aaron Donald. But if they can hold up, it only takes a couple seconds for Burrow and Chase to change the whole direction of the game. Who I don't know well is Cincinnati's defense. I've seen them in the playoffs. I've watched them. Eli Apple used to play for the Giants. He's making some plays. Kudos to him. But I don't know what to expect from their defense. I don't know what tone they'll set. I don't know how they're going to show up to ruffle Matthew Stafford's feathers and ultimately not slow down the Rams, because the Rams slow down themselves, but contain the Rams so that they don't go off.
I know I watched Cincinnati's defense let Kansas City go down the field the first 3 possessions and look like they were going to score 40 points, but after that they held them to 3.
Down. Yeah.
Then they held them to 3. They forced turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
And Stafford is no Mahomes, man. Like football is so
That's
funny.
it. Stafford is no Mahomes.
Yeah, Stafford is no Mahomes. It's so funny. Like football it's so driven. The narrative is so driven by the winner, right, Carlton? Because Stafford now is looked at as, oh, he's clutch. He was just in Detroit and couldn't get it done. But if Tart for the 49ers catches that interception and they don't win that game, they're absolutely killing Stafford for just being turnover prone. I mean, he led the league in interceptions. He led the league in pick sixes this year. So there is opportunities there. Cincinnati just has to figure out a way to confuse him. I think, man, this might sound old school. Me and Carlton love some old school football, but the team that might win this game was probably the team that can run the ball the best. Whoever can stay 2-dimensional instead of 1-dimensional probably has the best shot. Joe Mixon is a bad boy at running back. Like I love me some Joe Mixon in the Bengals backfield. He can catch. He's a hell of a runner in between the tackles. He's got some speed to him. The Bengals have weapons on offense, man. I agree with Carlton. This is going to come down to, can they keep Joe Burrow upright, and can they keep the Rams out of the end? Please don't do like the 49ers, Bengals. Double team Cooper Kupp. Make Odell Beckham Jr. beat you. Why is Cooper Kupp so open in the red zone? I don't understand. They're going to Cooper Kupp. Like, it makes no sense. Don't do what Tampa did. Don't do what we did. Double team Cooper Kupp.
It gets hard, I think, to hold him, contain him for an entire game. Now, again, you see that somebody lost contain. Somebody wasn't doing their job when he does make that play. But for 4 quarters, the way he moves, the way they use him, it's going to be hard. But if you can shake Stafford up the rest of the game, give him happy feet the rest of the game, Coop might get you for 7 or 14 points, but it won't be 28, 30-something that's hard to come back from.
I mean, even the 49ers, man, they played the Rams tough. They only gave up, 20 points. But, I mean, Cooper Kupp was just killing us, just absolutely killing. I'm just a believer, man. Like, if you could beat me without your best player, then kudos to you. You're just a better team. But if we allow you to beat us with your best player, that's not the strategy. That's not the strategy. Yep.
Well, I'm going for the Rams. I want to see. I love a football story. And
what the hell is the football story?
Stafford and Odell.
Burrow's story. What about Burrow's story?
No, I mean, you know me, the optimist. I say Burrow will have time, right? I've said that to you before, and it still hasn't worked out. But in my mind, Burrow got time to create his case. Stafford is running out of time.
You know who else said this that made the Super Bowl in their second year? Dan Marino.
I hear you.
You told me this was Kaepernick. Did he ever make it back?
Stafford. I'm cheering for Stafford, and I'm 3/4 of my heart cheering for Odell. I don't like how the dynamic with the Giants ended. Fault on both sides, so I'm not going to hold it all against him. But I'm cheering for Stafford with all my heart. It's time. He suffered enough. Somebody good from Detroit deserves it. And then I would like to see Odell get his. I think he's paid his dues.
If there's a player on the Rams that you told me that I would be cheering for to win this Super Bowl, it would be neither of those jabronis. It would definitely be Aaron Donald. Because Aaron Donald
That's fair.
Aaron Donald's gonna be the best football player on the field that day, and he's been, outside of I guess quarterbacks, been the best NFL player in the league to me for a minute. He's definitely very deserving. There's just something I can't stand about how the Rams are built. Like they just go out and trade for all these people. It's
creative.
So
the Florida Marlins used to do
no knock to them. Like I mean, I wouldn't hate it if it was my team, but they're not my team and they're in my division. So
right. Well, that's fair. That's fair.
I can't stand the Rams, to be honest with you.
No, so
that definitely plays into it. And I mean, I believe in Joe Burrow, baby. I just believe in Joe Burrow.
I mean, look, I won't be mad if the Bengals win in any way, shape, or form. I'm hoping this game continues what these playoffs has been, which is a series of amazing football, whether it starts off slow or starts off fast. So many of the games have ended with suspense, be it overtime, be it a last-minute kick. I think the week before the championship round, those games, that was crazy. So I'm just hoping with the last game of the season that it be a great game.
Yep. And, the sad part is football's about to be over.
Oh, man.
Me and Carlton always talk about that.
Man.
But,
oh, man.
I'm looking forward to the off season, and we'll see. I'm looking forward to Belichick on the stand and all that good stuff this off season. So we'll see.
All right. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Unsolicited